Welcome to Olympian Water Testing, giving you the best in water analysis. Today, we are looking at open edition journals with Vertigo, Global Scale Arsenic Population, Increase the Scientific Knowledge to Reduce Human Exposure. So, with this going on, what have they found and why is this important? So, based on their findings, all these different scientists, arsenic contamination water is a crucial human health and scientific challenge worldwide, actually high as levels above the recommended limit set by the World Health Organization, have been found in the groundwater of several countries around the world, and millions of people have been exposed to as contaminated drinking water. The aim of the present paper is therefore to provide a synthesis of recent interdisciplinary knowledge on arsenic, in particular for urban gardeners and farmers who may be confronted with well water pollution or contaminated of produced vegetables. The origins, chemical forms, routes of arsenic transfer, and its impact on human health are discussed. Genogenic as contamination represents a major health threat in many countries. Now, this isn't even just America. It's all around the world, and this is all an issue. Advice is therefore finally proposed to avoid and reduce human exposure to arsenic in the context of urban agricultures, and that's where arsenic mainly comes from. Yes, there's some that occurs naturally in nature, but it is coming from a lot of industrial and agricultural efforts. So as we can see, as a global contaminant, arsenic has been and gained a substantial attention in recent years owing to its high levels currently observed in drinking water and adverse impacts on human health. The compounds of as classified as toxic and dangerous for the environment. And the European Union Directive, the International Agency for Research on Cancer of the World Health Organization, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency have recognized it as a compound, a Group 1 human carcinogen. So all of these different regulatory bodies came to this conclusion, meaning that there's probably something there that's saying it's harmful. We also have arsenic atomic number 33 is ubiquitous soil, sediments, and water environments. It ranks in abundance as 14th in the ocean, 12th in the human body, and arsenic constitute approximately 0.00005% of the Earth's crust, and is the 20th most abundant element in the Earth's crust as well. Usually arsenic in the level natural seawater is 1 to 2 in natural sources and in natural water. Most frequently as concentrations in fresh water, it rarely occurs in its pure form, as a natural constitute of more than 200 minerals in the Earth's crust. Water is compulsory for human health, economic development, and societal growth. Safe drinking water is a main concern of today's world, and different government organizations and communities are striving for the elimination of this concern. So how are they doing that? Well, they're finding the different sources and speculation of arsenic in groundwater. So we can see right here, if we take a look at this, how this works, we can see the burning of fossil fuels, mining activities. These are industrial activities, herbicides and pesticides. You can see the arsenic getting here into groundwater, the weathering the rock, biological activity, volcanic emissions, and precipitation. And then this ends up getting into our food, water, lungs, and gives us respiratory diseases, gastrointestinal problems, diabetes, Blackfoot, cancer of the liver, bladder problems, lung problems. And we can also see arsenic cycle in the environment as well. And this is kind of a little cartoon to illustrate it. The industrial emission and runoff, the least level in the compounds, the pesticides and the fertilizers, they become volatile, they contaminate food, human exposure. We also have things that are going on with natural sources, rock weathering, forest fires, stuff like that. And then we have the organic matter here, sediments and malates. So this is something to notice. Also, arsenic is very dangerous because it can cause all these diseases, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, lethargy, delirium, abdominal pain, burning in the stomach, nutritional and gastrointestinal disturbance, cell changes, melines, nervous disturbance, kidney, bladder, and lung cancer. And it can also pollute urban gardens as well. And gardens are tools to ecologically think about and develop cities. And one problem that happens is it can affect gardens, it can affect waterways. So really the conclusion is if we want healthy soil, healthy air, healthy water, then the role of washing and reducing contaminants in vegetables is a good idea. The role of removing it from our water is a good idea. And this is something to definitely be aware of so we can eliminate it. How can you know if arsenic is in your water? The only way to do that is really through a test because you can't taste it, you can't smell it, you can't see it. So it's always a good idea to periodically test your water wherever you are for levels of arsenic.